Hi, this is Saint Jerome of Crypto Experiences, bringing you yet another crypto experience. Now, this is in no means financial advice, but I wanted to kind of pick my top 10 coins and give you some reasons why I like them. And there's a lot of other coins and tokens that I'm interested in, but this is particularly my list and why. So not financial advice at all. I get a lot of information from personal experience, and I get a lot of information that I like to take from different podcasters that seem to know what they're talking about anyway. So I was first interested in Bitcoin probably in early 2010, 2011. I've always been interested in alternative currencies. I like the Liberty Dollar that Bernard von Nothaus had made is based on silver. Actually, his main coin was actually a silver medallion or silver emblem. And then he also had then very neat looking certificates that holograms on them, and they're backed by actual silver in a warehouse. Well, the federal government considered that, oh, he was counterfeiting, and they confiscated pretty much everything. So that kind of ended the Liberty Dollar. So I was interested in that, but it looked like that wasn't going to go anywhere. And then Bitcoin came up. I said, well, that looks like an alternative currency, something besides just plain precious metals that you can well, I'll use the word invest in, but buy and speculate. I find it for speculation and see if maybe, well, maybe it'll go up quite a bit. Well, when I first got into Bitcoin, I think myself it was around $1,000 a Bitcoin. So, and Coinbase was the only thing I knew how to use to get the Bitcoin. So I got just a little bit, not very much. And I've been interested in Bitcoin ever since. Well, since that early interest of mine, now Bitcoin has been taking off in the corporate world, and a lot of big investors and the big businesses and different funds. Michael Saylor has been a advocate for Bitcoin, and his personal business has got about, I don't know, 3.4 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin. I think he personally has maybe $90 million in Bitcoin in value. Also, I've been intrigued that different countries now to fight against inflation and fight against the losing the value of different currencies have been investing some of their money into Bitcoin. One great example of that is El Salvador, who actually went to using Bitcoin as legal tender in their country along with American dollars. So that's interesting. Russia recently has gone to a ruble, digital ruble backed by gold, and also they will accept Bitcoin for their oil. So that's interesting. So the various podcasters are still predicting that Bitcoin will, in the future, go very high. Uh, it's fighting right now. It seems like it gets around the $40,000 mark, and then it has issues. Right now, it seems to be having issues. One person I listened to for just his opinion is Cliff High, and he had Bitcoin climbing not too distant future over $100,000, and different podcasters like the crypto viewing podcasters that use remote viewing to aid in their look at the different coins. So just personally, I said, well, this is interesting, and it's done well. You have to handle the volatility because it can go really up and really down. But I'm what you call a hodler, which is hold on for dear life, and I rarely get rid of anything. I did take a couple profits on a couple coins, but I just moved them right back into more crypto. So I think it's like investing in precious metals. You just keep buying little at a time, and then it's accumulation. And that's kind of true with a lot of things of value. So my number one choice is Bitcoin. Well, this symbol is Theta. This is a token that I really like a lot. It's a software. In the future, Theta looks very bright. It started out just pennies, and then it climbed a high of $16. So anybody who rode that up to $16 and then sold out some of them made quite a bit of profit. Well, now it's dropped down. It's hovering around the $3 mark. But I just personal opinion, not financial advice, but I think it's going to go up big time in the future. One big advocate of Theta is Bix Weir, who runs the roadtoruta.com website. He was a precious metals person for many years. He aided people in purchasing precious metals and knows a lot about especially silver, but he's also very much into crypto. And he has been advocating the Theta. So why Theta? Well, Theta is going to be used to use extra bandwidth in your computer and allow other people to go through and use your bandwidth and not have to tie down the servers. Right now, a lot of businesses like Netflix are having trouble because of the live streaming, so much demand on that anymore that they really can't keep up. But Theta will really help solve that problem. So I think it's got a big future. A lot of big companies have invested in it. Samsung, Google, just to name a few, anyway, have invested in it. So that leads me into my number 3 pick. Theta is definitely my number 2. Oh, what's another thing about Theta? I almost forgot. Another reason it's good to hold Theta is you can stake Theta, and I think I saw that it is it's earning you in its currency called Theta Fuel about 2%. So you can stake it and earn Theta Fuel, and you can be hodling it for when it does go up. So personally, myself in the future, I think when it goes up a certain number I have in mind, that I will probably sell some of that and maybe cash out and take the profit. So we'll see. It's got a long ways before that. And Theta leads me to my 3rd coin or token, and that is Theta Fuel. So it's got cut off here on this picture, but it's called T Fuel for short. Uh, this is the symbol for it. This is the currency of the Theta network. So if you stake Theta, you get paid rewards in Theta Fuel. Then what's really awesome also is you can also stake your Theta Fuel. I believe Theta, you have to have 1,000 tokens to stake. And then on Theta Fuel, I think you have to have 10,000 tokens in order to stake. Theta is, like I said, hovering around $3, maybe a little bit less. Theta Fuel, the last time I looked, I think I looked this morning, so it was about 15 cents. It's been up higher than 30 cents at one time. So when you first got into Theta and Theta Fuel, Theta made a real good deal for people. If you move Theta, which was not on their wallet yet, and you move Theta from, say, like Binance to the mainnet Theta wallet, then for every Theta you moved in, they gave you 5 Theta Fuel. Well, so if you moved in 1,000 Theta, you got 5,000 free Theta Fuel, which is worth about $50 at the time. But now it's been up. That would actually be, a couple $1,000s at this rate. So, so anyway, Theta Fuel is a good token to stake also, and you stake both Theta and Theta Fuel on the Theta wallet. That seems to be about the best place to stake. Well, I just when I said on the Theta wallet, that's true, but if you want to not worry about keeping your wallet up like 100% of the time, you can go to what's called G Pool, and in G Pool, you can stake on their server, and then you don't have to worry about keeping your computer up. It'll just keep earning on their computer. Now they do take 4% of the earnings, but I do that because I find that, well, it's nice that I don't have to worry about my computer crashing. It's still going to be earning the whole time. So, so I would highly recommend Gpool. I don't have anything to do with them particularly, but it seems to be a pretty good service. The 4th coin or token on my list is the coin Litecoin. I really like Litecoin. It is a emotional favorite for me. When I first started looking at Litecoin, it was about $8. Now it's been as high as almost $400. It may have even passed $400. Right now, it's kind of hovering around $105 to $115. I think today it was around 102, 103. This is on your right on the screen is Charlie Lee. He is the inventor of Litecoin. He's a very intelligent man. His brother is Bobby C. Lee, and also a very intelligent man. Charlie did a fork off of Bitcoin, and he was working to improve the speed of Bitcoin. So he made the blocks basically 4 times larger. So instead of 8 megabyte blocks that Bitcoin has, he made his 32. Also, instead of 21 billion Bitcoins that will ever be mined, Litecoin is 84 billion. So it's a little bit like gold to silver. So Bitcoin being the gold and silver being the Litecoin. I see Litecoin in the future really working in commerce, replacing some of the things we use to make payments with, that you can make you can use Litecoin as that payment. Right now, if you go to the Litecoin Foundation, you can get a debit Visa card that you can spend pretty much anywhere and load it with Litecoin, and that's pretty cool. So some of the people I listen to are big advocates of Litecoin, and I'll bring them up. This is Litecoin Lisa. I went to a Bitcoin bin meetup of about 2019 in St. Louis, and there I first saw Lisa for the first time, and she was just starting to get into podcasting. Well, now she's got her own podcast, and she podcasts several times a week, and has good viewership. I'm a member of her Patreon, and she has a lot of good guests on there and a lot of good connections. So I've met Lisa a couple times. I've been a couple of meetups with her, and she's a big advocate of Litecoin, and that's why she took the moniker of Litecoin Lisa. Now, going along with Lisa is a man named, and this is Clint Westwood. And Lisa and Clint, pretty much every Friday night, have a happy hour that lasts for hour 15 minutes or so. And they've really developed a big community. Uh, and he's always pushing for a proponent for Litecoin. His quote is "digital money for the digital age," and I would agree with that. So I like Clint. He's a friend of mine, and you can follow him at clintonwestwood.net. But you can also catch him every Friday podcasting with Litecoin Lisa. He also does his own podcast. So you can find him on YouTube. Okay, now the number 5 coin in my picks is Divi. Um, this is a moniker for Divi, or the logo, a D kind of with flames on the back. As I understand it, the original inventors of Divi left the project, but other people liked it so much that they took over. And it's going very well. It has expanded to be a staking coin, and the idea is to bank the unbanked. The Divi project owns a couple of banks in Costa Rica, which allows them to move different currencies. So when they get going to, I think, their full dream, you should be able to bring anything into the Divi wallet and exchange it for pretty much anything else. So if I understand it right, you can bring in Bitcoin, trade it for Litecoin. You can bring in US dollars and trade it for a cryptocurrency, and vice versa, like that. So right now, it is a good staking coin, and you stake in order to validate the blockchain, the Divi blockchain. Um, it was hovering at 1 cent for a long time, and then it shot up to 16 cents. And now it is comfortably riding at about 6.5 to 7 cents. So you originally could got in and got a copper node, which is the lowest level, which is 100,000 Divi coins for about $1,000. But now it's going to be around 7,000, and at that one time it was up to 16,000. So if you stake your coins, it's earning somewhere between 16 to 20% a year. So, and you get paid in the actual Divi. Now, if you want to cash out of some of your profit, you can go to BitTrue is a exchange that you can trade your Divi for something else. For example, you could trade the Divi for Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin's easy to move and do different things with. So I really like the Divi project. I enjoy the staking, and it's done very well. It's been it's like I said, it's usually holding at least 16%. So it beats about any percentage you can do, and they've been pretty steady. This is a Shiba Inu, and no, it's not a coin. It is a dog. Well, if you recall, there was another dog meme coin that did very well. It broke out. Elon Musk pumped it and went from sub penny to, gosh, I think it got as high as 50, 60 cents at one time. Now, yeah, I think it's now in the 15, 16 cent range again. But if you had bought Dogecoin when it was just below a penny, then you did very well. Well, Shiba Inu is a interesting coin to me. I was like, well, I don't know about these meme coins. They seem like tricks or kind of like even jokes. But then I start like listening to some of the community of Shiba Inu talk. And I think Elon Musk was pumping it up a little bit too. And different people are actually taking payments in Shiba Inu. So I said, well, you know what? You can buy a bunch of Shiba Inu and hardly spend any money whatsoever because it's way below a penny. So you can Yes, I don't know how many decimal places it out today, but it's way less than a penny. So you can have several million Shiba Inu and hardly have any money invested whatsoever. Now, what I thought it see as a downside in the Shiba Inu, and let me pause this a second and go and bring up the token. So this is the meme that's out there that's actually on the token um, for Shiba Inu. And as I was saying, you can own a lot of Shiba Inu and not spend very much money. Now, what's strange about this token is I think it was had as many as 4 quadrillion Shiba Inu tokens made. It's like, whoa, quadrillion. But the interesting thing about it is the Shiba community wants to see it jump up in value. So people who have invested in Shiba have been burning them. What they do is they get a wallet that has an address that's a dead end, and they have like burning parties, and they'll burn like several million Shiba Inu, and even been burning like trillions of Shiba Inu. So the attempt is to get less and less and less Shiba Inu that it's out there, and then the value of the Shiba will go up. So Shiba is so low in price right now that if it moves just over to a little bit less than a penny, it'd be like 100 times move. So it's like, oh wow. So if you put $1,000 in and it moved over, that'd be $100,000. So even though the coin itself isn't worth much, you'd have so many trillion Shiba Inu that you can get some value out of it. So if you want to be a millionaire and not spend any money, or a million tokenaire, Shiba Inu might be the coin for you. I find it very interesting.